MagnicalD, wherein it has magnesium, calcium, and of course, vitamin D. So these three go hand in hand kasi these three ingredients are important sa pagsuporta sa bone health natin. Number one, ito. Let's start with vitamin D. Yung vitamin D kailangan para sa calcium absorption. Kung walang vitamin D, kahit marami or mag-overload ka pa ng calcium, it will have poor absorption. And alam natin that calcium is needed sa bone matrix structure so that we have sturdy or matigas yung ating buto. And all of these reactions require enzymes. And magnesium, as we mentioned kanina, when we talked about cell essential, magnesium aids in the production of over 300 enzyme systems. Kasama na dito ang pag-process ng calcium into the bone matrix structure and the absorbance of calcium dun sa buto all require enzymes. So that is why it's important that these three, magnesium, calcium, and vitamin D, go hand in hand when it comes to bone health. So I hope that one is very clear regarding MagnicalD. And speaking of calcium, ito, another question. Since calcium is abundant in the body, is it possible to take too much calcium? Ayan, that's actually a very valid question. Once we talk about calcium kasi, we talk about the most abundant mineral in the body. And just like any substance in the planet, if taken in excessive quantities, it will be detrimental sa katawan natin, or it will be detrimental to our health. Now, adverse effects of calcium in adults have been observed if you take more than 2,500 milligrams sa isang araw. That's for adults. Now, iba naman para sa mga senior citizens or those advanced age or those nearing sa senior age, which is 51 and older. Sa 51 and older naman, ang maximum upper tolerable limit sa calcium sa pag-intake is 2,000 milligrams. Again, for adults, 2,500 po yung limit. And for 51 years and older, 2,000 milligrams per day. That is how much or the maximum limit for calcium intake. Ayan. So remember natin, huwag sobrahan yung calcium. Okay? Now, the next question naman dito is ito. Can taking MagnicalD upset my stomach? Or can this cause a stomach upset? Now, we have to remember that the ingredients or the components ng ating MagnicalD ay merong magnesium, calcium, and vitamin D. And higher intake of supplemental magnesium can cause gastrointestinal discomfort, especially if hindi ka sanay sa sudden increase ng magnesium levels sa katawan. Ayan. So if you experience any discomfort sa tiyan, reduce muna natin yung daily dosage ng MagnicalD and we allow our body to get used to that dosage. Pagkatapos niyan, we gradually increase to the desired levels of daily intake. And in that sense, we allow the stomach to get used to the intake of magnesium para sa katawan. So that one should be very clear. Ayan. So the next question, still pertaining sa MagnicalD natin. Ito, sino ba yung pwede mag-take ng MagnicalD? Ayan. Ideal to for those adults 18 years old and above. And for those who wish to support bone health. Now, why is it important for adults to supplement? Kahit 18 or 20 years old ka pa or 30 years old, why is it important to supplement with calcium? Now, remember that increasing the bone density in the early stages of life, particularly 20s, 30s, and sometimes 40s, can significantly reduce the risk of osteoporosis by 25%. Ayan. Sa pag-increase mo lang ng bone density mo at your early years, 20s, 30s, and near 40s, this will significantly reduce the risk of osteoporosis. And this is important. Bakit? Alam natin that in the 20s, 30s, and 40s, we have this tendency to abuse the body. We tend to neglect the calcium of our body. And this is important to take care. Kailangan natin pangalagaan yung calcium sa katawan. Bakit? Calcium, if you already reach the advanced years, your body will have difficulty absorbing calcium. And in that sense, it increases your risk to osteoporosis. Now, ano ba yung ginagawa natin na mga activities that reduce our calcium sa katawan? Number one, I will always tell everyone to stop drinking soda or soft drinks. Ang soft drinks kasi, meron itong compounds that bind with calcium sa katawan natin. And once it binds to our calcium in the body, it is eliminated from our body. So nakukunan tayo ng calcium deposits if umiinom tayo ng soft drinks. So that's why it's dangerous to drink soft drinks. Now, if you drink soft drinks every day, hindi mo ma-experience ang calcium deficiency, or you will not feel the effects today, tomorrow, next month, next year, or 5 years from now. You will feel the effects once you've reached your advanced years. And by then, it would have been too late to prevent these bone degenerative diseases. So as early as now, quit na natin yung soft drinks. We make sure we get our supplements, especially sa calcium, through our MagnicalD. Ayan. And another ingredient dito sa ating MagnicalD is vitamin D3. And syempre, the vitamin D3 that we have normally sa ating katawan is not yet active or is not yet activated. This is activated by sunlight. Okay? The sunlight is, or the radiation coming from the sun, is the one that activates the vitamin D3. And vitamin D3 is found on the surface of our skin. The best time to activate our vitamin D3 is early in the morning between 6 to 7 a.m. So remember that one. That is the best time to activate vitamin D3. Kailangan mo lang magbilad sa araw for 15 to 30 minutes to activate vitamin D3. And the next question, which is still related to that one, which is also our last question, is ito. Why is it important for us to have vitamin D3? Again, na-mention natin kanina that vitamin D3 is important because with the presence of vitamin D3, mas madaling ma-absorb ng bones natin ang calcium to make the bone structure matrix. And secondly, vitamin D3 has a lot of other functions. Just like your vitamin C na merong function sa collagen, merong function sa immune system, merong function as an antioxidant. The same goes for our vitamin D3. Number one that you have to remember, yung vitamin D3 is important to create a balance in our hormones. So kailangan nating maarawan talaga so that our hormones are in balance. Merong balance sa hormones means we're able to function normally. Meron tayong homeostasis. And pag wala tayo nito or kulang tayo nito, syempre, the effect of this one would be hormonal imbalance. And alam natin that hormones, once they are not properly balanced, can have detrimental effects sa katawan. Thirdly, aside from hormonal effects, it can also have effects sa muscles natin. Low vitamin D3 levels means this can cause muscle weakness. So that's why it's important for us to have talaga vitamin D3 in our body. To activate it 6 to 7 in the morning for 15